Let's do the first edging. Crocheting in rounds along the outer ring of the large motif, during which we'll need to change colors at certain positions. The new stitch techniques used include DC3 together in one, a special HDC puff stitch, and HDC3 puff. Watch my demonstration. Let's start by working the first round. Position the large motif with the right side facing out. I'll continue using this swatch for the demonstration. First, locate the corner cluster stitch at the top right of the large motif. Insert the hook into the chain space to the left of it and join the yarn. Then make 3 beginning chains as the turning chain. Work 3 double crochets into the same chain space. Then pick up stitches moving leftward. Correspondingly make a double crochet for each. When reaching a 4 chain space, work 3 double crochets into it. Then pick up the stitch at the position where motifs are joined. Insert the hook and make 1 double crochet. At this point, the top of one large motif is completed. Continue left, pick up the joining position, and work 1 double crochet. Then pick up the left side chain space, and work 3 double crochets. Afterward, continue correspondingly making double crochets one by one. When reaching a beginning chain stitch position, insert the hook into the same chain space where the previous slip stitch was made and crochet. Crochet until reaching the corner chain space. Work 4 double crochets in one chain space. Then make 3 chains as a bridge. Then continue crocheting to the left using the same method. Here, at the corner where 4 large motifs are not joined, after completing the double crochet in the chain space, make 3 chains as a bridge. Then continue crocheting on the other side. Refer to earlier steps or the chart for details. Continue crocheting downward. After finishing the last chain space, crochet 3 chain stitches downward. Then slip stitch into the top of the beginning chain. Pull tight. Cut the yarn. Later, when you reach a round with denser stitch pattern, you can weave in the yarn tails as you crochet. If the stitches are more spaced out, simply hide the tail on the wrong side. Handle the yarn ends according to the situation from now on. I won't repeat this instruction going forward. This completes round 1. Move on to round 2. Insert the hook into the chain space at the corner of the previous round to join the yarn. Make 3 beginning chains. Work 2 double crochets in the same chain space. Pick up stitches one by one from now on. Work a double crochet into each stitch correspondingly. When you reach the corner chain space, make 3 double crochets in that space. Chain 3, 3 double crochets. From now on, when you reach a corner chain space, always make 3 double crochets in the same hole, 3 chains and 3 double crochets. For the remaining positions, pick up stitches, and correspondingly make a double crochet in each stitch. Repeat this process to finish this round. When you reach the starting chain space, make 3 double crochets in that space. Chain 3 plus the initial 3 chains. This completes the stitch pattern at the corner. Then slip stitch into the top of the beginning chain. Pull tight, cut the yarn. The second round is complete. Now begin the third round. This round requires alternating 2 colors while crocheting. For convenience of explanation, I'll call the starting color color 1. The other color will be color 2. Note that my use of color 1 and color 2 here corresponds only to the current positions. They do not match previous numbering. Pay attention and refer to the color chart. First, take color 1. Attach yarn by picking up the chain space at the corner from the previous round. Then make 3 beginning chains as turning chain. Work 1 double crochet in the same position. Then work 1 more double crochet and switch to color 2. For this round, weave in the yarn tails as you go. When carrying the yarn, make sure to place it on the back side of the previous round. Don't let it show on the right side, to avoid affecting the appearance. After completing, skip 3 stitches to the left. Insert hook into the gap between adjacent stitches. Crochet 3 double crochets. On the third stitch, switch to color 1. Then skip 3 stitches. Pick the gap and crochet 3 double crochets. On the third stitch, switch to color 2. After that, follow the method of skipping 3 stitches. Pick the gap and crochet 3 double crochets. At the same time, change color on the third stitch each time, working with 2 different colors alternately. Repeat this process. Continue crocheting downward. Complete these 3 double crochets and finish the color change. Skip 3 stitches going down, reach the chain space at the corner. Using the newly switched color, pick up the chain space, and crochet 3 double crochets. Chain 3. Continue to crochet 3 double crochets. On the third stitch, change color. At the corner position going forward, crochet 3 double crochets on each side of the same chain space, with 3 chain stitches between them, between corners. Use 2 colors. Skip 3 stitches respectively, alternate crocheting 3 double crochets. All insertions here are made into the gaps between stitches. From now on, follow the previous steps and refer to the chart to continue crocheting. Arrive at the starting chain space. Here, use the starting color to crochet, correspondingly make 3 double crochets. Three chain stitches. This also completes the stitch pattern at this chain space. Then slip stitch into the top of the beginning chain. Pull tight. You'll still need this color for the next round. Leave it aside temporarily. For the other color, leave a long tail and cut the yarn. Secure the yarn tail on the wrong side before weaving it in. Complete this part on your own. With that, the third round is done. Now work the fourth round. Start with 3 chain stitches as the beginning chain. Then insert your hook into the gap between the 2 sets of 3 double crochets on the left side. At the color division point, work 3 double crochets. If the carried yarn is visible from before, you can pick it up when inserting the hook, and wrap it in. Continue by picking the color division points. Correspondingly make 3 double crochets. When you reach the corner chain space, pick the space and work 3 double crochets. Three chains. 3 double crochets. For all remaining corners, use this same method. For other positions, pick the division point and correspondingly make 3 double crochets. Repeat this process to finish the rest. When you reach the starting chain space, pick the space and work 3 double crochets. Then make 3 chain stitches. Make 2 more double crochets. Add the beginning chain to complete the stitch count here. Join with a slip stitch into the top of the beginning chain. Pull tight, cut the yarn. Round 4 is complete. Now start round 5. This round also requires 2 colors. I still refer to them as color 1 and color 2. Insert the hook into the corner chain space from the previous round. Join yarn 1 as shown in the chart. Make 3 beginning chains. Work 1 double crochet into the same space. Then pick up the next stitch to the left and work 1 double crochet. At the same time, switch to color 2. Skip 1 stitch to the left. Into the next stitch, work a DC3 together in 1. Carry both colors along while crocheting this round. When you reach the beginning chain, insert the hook into the position of the slip stitch. Make 3 incomplete double crochets. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. Complete the DC3 together in 1. Then chain 1 for spacing. In the same position, work another DC3 together in 1. At the same time, change color. First make 3 incomplete double crochets. Then pick up color 1. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through Chujoshi. Yarn over and pull through. Complete the DC3 together in 1 group. The color change is also complete. I consider these 2 baubles and the chain between them as 1 puff stitch pattern set. Skip 1 stitch. Starting from the next stitch, pick up stitches, and work 7 double crochets correspondingly. When working the last stitch, change color. After completing, skip 1 stitch to the left. Use color 2 to crochet a bobble stitch pattern set. The final bobble stitch requires a color change. First work a DC3 together in 1. Then chain 1. In the same position, work another DC3 together in 1 and change color. Complete the bobble stitch pattern, then skip 1 stitch to the left. Work 7 double crochets and change color on the last stitch. After completing, skip 1 stitch to the left. Crochet a bobble stitch pattern and change color. Then alternately crochet 7 double crochets and bobble stitch patterns. On both sides of the pattern, skip 1 stitch. At the same time, all bobble stitches are worked with color 2. The 7 double crochets are worked with color 1. Please refer to the previous pattern. Continue crocheting according to the chart. When you reach a chain space, work 2 double crochets correspondingly. Three chain stitches, 2 double crochets, I treat the stitch worked into the chain space as a corner of this round. From the left side of the stitch in the previous chain space to the stitch before this chain space is 1 edge. For the following edges, pick up the stitch, work 1 double crochet and change color. Then continue alternating between the bobble stitch pattern and 7 double crochets. At the corner position, crochet accordingly using this corner method. Please refer to the earlier sections and the chart. Continue crocheting the remaining edges and corners. Arrive at the starting chain space. Pick up the space and work 2 double crochets. Three chains. Join with a slip stitch into the top of the beginning chain. Pull tight. Color 1 will be used later, so leave it for now. For color 2, leave a long tail and cut the yarn. When weaving in ends, tie a knot on the wrong side first, then hide it into the fabric. Everyone complete this part on your own. This completes the 5th round. Now work the 6th round. Pick up the previous yarn tail. Make 3 beginning chains as turning chain. Then pick up stitches to the left. Crochet 2 double crochets in each corresponding stitch. At the adjacent puff stitch pattern position, pick up the middle chain space. Work 1 double crochet, and change colors at the same time. Here, switch to color 2 for this round. Then continue crocheting into the chain spaces. Work a 5 double crochet bobble stitch and change colors. After that, pick up the gap between the puff stitch pattern and the adjacent stitch to the left. Crochet 1 double crochet. Carry the yarn tail along as you crochet this round. Once completed, pick up stitches to the left and work double crochets correspondingly in each stitch. Pay attention not to miss the position of the adjacent single stitch. When you meet a puff stitch pattern, pick up the chain space and work 1 double crochet, changing colors. Then pick up the space and work a 5 double crochet bobble stitch, changing colors. After completing it, at the position of the 7 double crochets on the left side, crochet 1 double crochet into the gap between adjacent stitches. Then pick up stitches, and work double crochets correspondingly in each stitch. When you come to a puff stitch pattern afterward, always work 1 double crochet into the chain space and change colors. Then work a 5 double crochet bobble stitch and change colors. After completing, crochet 1 double crochet into the adjacent gap. Then again pick up stitches and work double crochets correspondingly in each stitch. Repeat this process to continue crocheting. When you reach the corner chain space, work the same way as the previous round. Make 2 double crochets correspondingly. Three chain stitches, 2 double crochets. Treat this group of stitches as a corner as well. For the following edge positions, crochet a 5 double crochet bobble stitch, and double crochets correspondingly. Remember to change colors accordingly during the process. Refer to earlier instructions or the chart for the method. Continue crocheting downward. When you reach the chain space, crochet the last corner. Insert your hook into the top of the beginning chain, and make a slip stitch. Pull tight. Leave the current yarn tail attached here. Cut the other yarn end. This completes the 6th round. Now work on the 7th round. Start with 3 chain stitches as the beginning chains. Pick up stitches to the left and work a double crochet into each stitch correspondingly. When you reach the puff stitch position, pick up its stitch and make 1 double crochet accordingly. Afterward, when you reach the chain space at the corner from the previous round, crochet a corner accordingly, using the same method as the corner in the previous round. For the remaining positions, work a double crochet into each stitch one by one. No color change is needed during this process. Crochet accordingly. Complete the last stitch. Hook into the top of the beginning chain, and join with a slip stitch. Pull tight. The 7th round is complete. Now move on to the 8th round. Start with 3 chain stitches as the beginning chains. Pick up stitches to the left. Work 1 double crochet into each stitch evenly for 8 stitches. Including the turning chain, making a total of 9 stitches. Then chain 1. Skip 1 stitch below. Continue working 9 double crochets evenly downward. Then chain 1. Skip 1 stitch below. Move to the next position at the back. Crochet double crochets and chains correspondingly. After finishing the chain, skip 1 stitch below. At the corner position, pick up the chain space and make 1 corner. The method for the corner is the same as before. Moving downward, follow the chart for reference. Work the remaining stitches to complete. Finish the last stitch. Slip stitch into the top of the beginning chain. Pull tight. Round 8 is complete. For rounds 9 to 10 that follow, the crocheting method is similar to the previous round. At the edge position, crochet the corresponding double crochets and chain spaces. After completing the chain stitch, skip one stitch below. When you reach the chain space from the previous round, pick up the chain space and work into it. For the corner chain space, continue working the corner. Follow the chart to complete these 2 rounds. After completing, move on to work round 11. Use the previous yarn tail and new yarn to crochet. First, continue with the previous yarn. Make 3 beginning chains. Pick up stitches and chain spaces to the left. Work 7 double crochets evenly into each stitch and chain space. At the 7th stitch, change color. Change colors according to the chart. Then continue to the left working a special half double crochet bobble stitch. Here you need to pick up 5 holes from 3 rows below. Follow the crochet sequence. First, insert into the chain space on the right side. Work 3 incomplete half double crochets. Yarn over. Insert into the corresponding hole. Yarn over and pull through. Slightly enlarge the loop here. Make it about the same height as the double crochets in this round, and wrap it in from above. This is an incomplete half double crochet. Continue to work another incomplete half double crochet. Yarn over. You can use your middle finger or index finger to hold down the loop on the hook, so the loops you make will be of similar height. Insert into the hole. Yarn over and pull through. Keep the height similar to the previous incomplete stitch. This is the second incomplete half double crochet. Work 1 more. Then go down to pick the adjacent chain space. Work 3 incomplete half double crochets. Keep the loops loose. Make them about the same height as this round of stitches. After completing, continue down to pick the next chain space, and work 3 incomplete half double crochets. Pay attention, the loops here must be loose, so the fabric lies flat when finished. Then move left to pick the chain space from the row above. Work 3 incomplete half double crochets. After completing, continue to pick the adjacent space in the row above. Work 3 incomplete half double crochets. Make these stitches even looser here. Later you'll need to insert the hook into the wrap double crochet. So it should be loose enough to pull apart. Find the second double crochet position to the right of the hole. After completing, yarn over and draw through all loops on the hook in once. Complete the special HDC bobble stitch. Then work 1 chain and change colors. You can pull the yarn tail a bit tighter here. Make sure the hole underneath isn't too big. Pick the 5th space down. The second double crochet stitch to the right. Here slide the loop downward to expose the corresponding stitch. Pick up the stitch and work a double crochet accordingly. Carry the yarn tail along as you crochet. If you can't find the second stitch here, you may also work into the first stitch to the right of the space. Work double crochet 2 in 1, which means make 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Then continue to pick the spaces and stitches. Correspondingly make 5 double crochets. Switch colors on the last stitch. After that, pick the 5 spaces below. Work a special half double crochet bobble stitch. Make 3 incomplete half double crochets in each space. Work them in order. Again, for the 5th space, remember to keep it loose. Leave the 2 loops on the left side visible. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. Complete the special half double crochet bobble stitch. Then work 1 chain and change color. After that, pick the second double crochet to the right of the 5th space. Starting from this double crochet, pick up stitches and chain spaces, correspondingly make 7 double crochets. Switch colors on the last stitch. Moving forward to the next positions. All are 7 double crochets with color change. Then work the special half double crochet bobble stitch, and 1 chain, change color. After completing the special half double crochet bobble stitch and chain here, all double crochets start from the second double crochet to the right of the 5th space. Begin hooking from that second double crochet. Moving forward, refer to previous steps. Continue crocheting according to the chart. Pay attention to carry both yarns along as you crochet the edge. The fabric should remain flat after completing the special bobble stitch. After finishing the last stitch, pick up the top of the beginning chain and slip stitch. Pull tight. Cut the yarn. Cut the other yarn tail as well. This completes round 11. Now work round 12 downward. Insert hook into the chain space at the corner of the previous round to join the yarn. Then make one chain as beginning chain. Work 2 single crochets in the same position. Then pick up stitches to the left. Correspondingly make single crochets one by one. Continue working until just before the position of the special half double crochet bobble stitch. Reach the corresponding position. Pick up the stitch below for the bobble stitch. Work 1 single crochet. Then pick up the large space formed by chains to the left. That is, the chain space directly above this special half double crochet bobble stitch. Work a HDC3 puff. First make 3 incomplete half double crochets. One, 2, 3. Finally yarn over and draw through all loops in once. Complete the HDC3 puff. Then pick up the stitch pattern gap to the left. That is, the space between the special half double crochet bobble stitch and the adjacent double crochet. Insert the hook and work 1 single crochet. Next, at the double crochet position, pick up the stitch, correspondingly make a single crochet. When reaching the position of the special half double crochet bobble stitch, first pick up the stitch and work 1 single crochet. Then pick up the adjacent hole and work a HDC3 puff. Next, pick up the left stitch pattern gap and make 1 single crochet. Continue picking up stitches downward and work single crochets. When meeting the special half double crochet bobble stitch later, add its stitch. Insert the hook into the hole and adjacent gap to crochet. Correspondingly make a single crochet at the stitch. Work a HDC3 puff in the hole. Make a single crochet in the gap accordingly. At the double crochet position, pick up the stitch and correspondingly make a single crochet. Continue crocheting downward. When reaching the corner chain space, work 2 single crochets in the chain space. Chain 3. In the same position work another 2 single crochets. Crochet all following corners in this way. Between corners, crochet along the edge using this method. For details you can also refer to the chart. Crochet until reaching the starting chain space. Correspondingly make 2 single crochets. Chain 3. Then pick the stitch of the first single crochet. Here the adjacent vertical braid is the beginning chain, and the horizontal braid next to it is the stitch of the first single crochet. Insert the hook and join with a slip stitch. Pull tight. Leave the yarn tail. Round 12 is complete. Now crochet round 13. Start with 3ch as the turning chain. The turning chain corresponds to the first single crochet below. Then pick stitches to the left. Work double crochets evenly into each stitch. When reaching the bobble stitch position, insert hook into its stitch and crochet accordingly. Continue picking up stitches in the following positions, and work double crochets correspondingly. At the corner, pick up the chain space and crochet accordingly. Refer to the chart and finish this round. After completing the last corner, slip stitch into the top of the beginning chain. Pull tight, cut the yarn. This completes round 13. Now work round 14. On the left side of the beginning chain from the previous round. Join yarn in the gap between stitches. Then make 3 beginning chains as turning chain. Work 2 double crochets in the same position. Then skip 3 stitches. And crochet 3 double crochets into the gap between stitches. The method is similar to round 3. Except no color change is needed here. On the sides, always work into the gaps between corresponding stitches. Crochet 3 double crochets. At corners, pick up the chain space and crochet into it. From now on, refer to the chart to complete this round. After completing the last corner's chain space, skip 3 stitches downward. Reach the beginning chain position. Join with a slip stitch in the corresponding stitch. Pull tight. Round 14 is complete. Now crochet round 15. The method is similar to the fourth round. But during crocheting, you need to change colors here. Make 3 beginning chains. Then pick the gap between the 2 groups of 3 double crochets on the left side. Work 3 double crochets. On the 3rd double crochet, change color. After that, continue with the new color. Pick the gap between the 2 groups of 3 double crochets on the left side. Continue to work 3 double crochets. Change color on the 3rd double crochet. Pay attention to carry the yarn while crocheting. Later, everyone refer to the chart and crochet accordingly. Remember to change colors during crocheting. Color changes are always done on the last stitch of the current color. At the corner, insert the hook into the chain space. For other positions, pick the gap between 2 groups of 3 double crochets. Continue crocheting downward. Reach the beginning chain position. Pick the gap to the left and work 2 double crochets. Then hook into the beginning chain to make a slip stitch. Pull tight. Keep both yarn tails. This completes round 15. Start crocheting round 16 downward. Use the yarn tail from the end of the previous round. Make 3 beginning chains as the turning chain. Then pick the gap on the left side, that is, the gap between the previous beginning chain and the adjacent double crochet. Work 2 double crochets. Carry the yarn tail from below as you crochet. Switch colors on the second stitch. After this, everyone please continue to follow the chart. Change colors according to the pattern. At corners, still pick the chain space to insert the hook and crochet. After completing the last stitch, join with a slip stitch to the beginning chain. Pull tight. Leave the ending yarn tail here. Cut and weave in the other color's yarn tail. This completes round 16. Next we'll explain round 17. This round uses only one color to crochet accordingly. Everyone please follow the chart directly to complete this round. After finishing, cut the yarn and weave in the ends. This finishes the first edging round. Next we'll crochet the small motif sections. There are 2 types of flower patterns here. I call them motif 1 and motif 2 respectively. Among them, motif 2 has 2 versions, color change and solid color. First crochet the required quantity of small flowers. After completing, sew the motifs together. Finally sew them to the first edging. Let's start crocheting motif 1. Use a magic ring to begin. Crocheting in rounds counterclockwise. The new stitch techniques used include single crochet, front post double crochet and bobble stitch with 3 double crochets. Front post double crochet and bobble stitch with 2 double crochets. Watch me demonstrate the specific crocheting method. First, start with a magic ring. Then make 1 chain as your beginning chain. Next, pick up the loop and work 8 single crochets into the ring. After completing, close the ring. Finally, insert your hook into the first single crochet stitch, and join with a slip stitch. Pull tight. The first round is complete. Change color for the next round. Break the yarn. Move on to crochet round 2. Join the yarn in any single crochet from the previous round. Then chain 3 as beginning chains. Next, work a double crochet into the stitch to the left. Three chains in between. Continue with another double crochet in the same position. I consider these 2 double crochets and the chains between them as one corner. Then crochet 1 double crochet to the left. This is one side. Continue down to crochet a corner. Work 2 double crochets in the same position, with 3 chains in between. After completing it, continue crocheting one side, which is 1 double crochet. Then keep going with the method of corner and side. Complete the last corner. Arrive at the beginning chain position. Finish with a slip stitch to join. Pull tight. The second round is complete. Now crochet the third round. 2 colors are needed. First, continue with the previous yarn. Make 3 beginning chains. Then work 1 chain space. Next, pick the left side of the adjacent double crochet. Work a DC3 bobble using front post double crochet. Change color at the same time. The technique here is similar to the previous DC3 bobble, only the insertion point is slightly different. Here you need to pick up the double crochet below to crochet. First, work 3 incomplete front post double crochets. 1, 2. 3. There are 4 loops on the hook. Take the corresponding color. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. Complete the 3 FPDC bobble stitch. And at the same time complete the color change. Work 1 double crochet into the chain space at the corner below. Carry the yarn tail along while crocheting the edge. 3 chains. Then work 1 double crochet and change color. I count 2 double crochets and the chain between as 1 corner for this round. Continue working the edge. First go left, pick the double crochet position to work a 3 FPDC bobble stitch. Pick the double crochet and work 3 incomplete front post double crochets. No color change needed here. Crochet accordingly. Then yarn over and draw through all loops in once. Complete the 3 FPDC bobble stitch. Chain 1 space. Pick the double crochet stitch to the left and work 1 double crochet. One chain space. Adjacent, pick the double crochet to work a 3 FPDC bobble stitch and change color. This completes the side. Continue crocheting the following sides and corners using the same method. This side is 1 color, this side is 1 color, the corner is another color. Complete the last corner and finish the color change. Pick up the last double crochet. Work a 3 FPDC bobble stitch. Then chain 1. Complete the first side. Then slip stitch into the top of the beginning chain. Pull tight. Keep this color at the end. Cut the other color, leaving a long tail. Weave it into the fabric. Secure with a chain stitch before weaving in. Complete this part on your own. That completes round 3. Now work round 4. Start by working a special 3 FPDC bobble stitch while changing colors. First work 3 chain stitches. Then pick the starting stitch below. Make 2 incomplete front post double crochets. Then refer to the color chart and pick up the corresponding color. Yarn over and pull through all loops at once. Complete the special 3 FPDC bobble stitch. Color change is also completed. Then work 1 chain space. Next, pick the left side stitch of the bobble stitch. Work 1 double crochet. Carry the yarn tail while crocheting. Work 1 double crochet in the adjacent double crochet position. Work 2 double crochets in the chain space. Chain 3. 2 double crochets. Treat this group of stitches in the space as a corner for this round. Continue working the edge downward. Pick the adjacent double crochet stitch and work 1 double crochet. Work 1 double crochet in the bobble stitch. Then work 1 chain and change colors. Pick the single double crochet position below on the left side. Work a DC3 bobble FPDC and change color. Chain 1 interval. Pick stitches to the left, correspondingly make 2 double crochets. At this point, one side of the round is completed. Continue crocheting the following sides and corners using the same method. Refer to earlier sections or the chart for details. Finish the last corner. Complete the starting edge. Pick up the stitch and work 2 double crochets. Chain 1. Finally pick the stitch of the first bobble. That is, the horizontal braid on the left side of the beginning chain. Join with a slip stitch. Pull tight. These 2 colors will be used in the next round. Leave them for now. This completes the 4th round. Now work the 5th round. Use the color from the end of the previous round. Make 3 beginning chains. As you crochet down, carry the other color along. Pick the chain space below the adjacent chain to the left. Work a double crochet. Then correspondingly work 2 double crochets into each stitch. Work a double crochet and change color in the next stitch. Then crochet a bobble of 2 front post double crochets to the left. Change color at the same time. First make 2 incomplete front post double crochets. 1, 2. Pick up the other color. Yarn over and draw through all loops in once. Complete the 2 FPDC bobble stitch and change color. When you reach the corner chain space going down, work 2 double crochets into it. Chain 3. 2 double crochets. Change color on the second double crochet. Corner position completed. Treat this spot as a corner for this round. Pick up the adjacent double crochet position and crocheting down. Make a 2 FPDC bobble stitch and change color. Then pick up stitches and chain spaces alternately. Work a double crochet into each stitch and space correspondingly. Continue until 1 double crochet remains before the corner chain, and change color on the last stitch. Note, start inserting the hook from the left side adjacent double crochet. When you meet a chain space, insert the hook into the space. Pick up edge double crochets going down. Work a 2 FPDC bobble stitch, and change color. At this point, the side is completed. Continue crocheting following the same method for sides and corners. Refer to earlier sections or the chart for details. After finishing the last corner, complete the starting side. Finally, slip stitch into the top of the beginning chain. Pull tight. This color won't be used anymore from here on. Cut the yarn. Leave the other yarn tail attached. This completes round 5. Now start round 6, at the beginning chain position of the previous round. Join the yarn in the stitch where the slip stitch was made earlier. Then make 3 beginning chains as turning chain. After that, pick up stitches to the left, and work a double crochet into each stitch correspondingly. Stop when 1 double crochet remains before the corner chain space, and change color on the last stitch. Carry the yarn along while crocheting with the attached yarn from the previous round. When reaching the corresponding position, work a DC3 bobble stitch using front post double crochet over 2 stitches and change color. Then pick up the corner chain space. Crochet one corner, using the same method as the corner in the previous round, and also change color. Moving to the side positions. All are worked on the first and last double crochet of each side. Work a DC3 bobble stitch using front post double crochet over 2 stitches at each position. Correspondingly make double crochets between them. Note that the bobble stitches are always crocheted with one color. The rest are crocheted with another color. Pay attention to change colors. Continue crocheting downward. Complete the last stitch. Join with a slip stitch to the beginning chain. Pull tight. Keep all yarn tails. Round 6 is completed. The 7th round down. Crochet the same as the previous round. At the first and last stitch of each side, work a bobble stitch using 2 front post double crochets. Make double crochets in the remaining positions correspondingly. Work the corner in the chain space at the corner. Refer directly to the chart and complete this round. After completing, cut the yarn at the end. Cut the other yarn tail short after leaving a small tail. Hide all ends to the wrong side. Motif 1 is now completed. Using the same method, crochet the corresponding quantity of motif 1. Next, work on motif 2. There are 2 types, color changing motif 2 and solid color motif 2. Here I'll first explain the color changing motif 2. Start with a magic ring. Crochet in rounds. Use one new stitch technique, half double crochet. Watch me demonstrate. Start with a magic ring. Then make 3 beginning chains as the turning chain. Next, insert your hook into the ring and work 2 double crochets. I consider the turning chain and the 2 double crochets as one special leaf. Then crochet 3 chain stitches. Proceed to crochet a regular leaf downward. Pick up the stitch in the ring and work 3 double crochets. Then crochet 3 chain stitches. Crochet one more leaf afterward. Three chain stitches. Crochet one more leaf. Then close the ring. Since the next round still uses this color, finish with 1 chain stitch. Then pick up the top of the beginning chain, and make 1 half double crochet to join. Here the half double crochet counts as the length of 2 chains. The first round is complete. Move on to crochet round 2. First crochet the special leaf. Chain 3 as beginning chains. Then insert the hook into the space below and crochet 2 double crochets. Complete the special leaf. Continue with 1 chain space. Pick the corner chain space to the left. Crochet 1 leaf. Chain 3. Crochet 1 more leaf. Treat this as a corner of this round. Crochet 1 chain space downward. Continue to crochet another corner afterward. After completing, crochet 1 chain space. In the next space, crochet a corner. One chain. Finally reach the starting corner position. Insert hook into the space and crochet 1 leaf. Next round requires color change. At the end, crochet 3 chains. Then join with a slip stitch into the top of the beginning chain. Pull tight, cut the yarn. The second round is complete. Work the third round downward. Join yarn in any corner chain space of the previous round. Then crochet a special leaf. After that, 1 chain space. Pick the chain hole to the left and crochet a leaf. Then 1 chain space. In the corner chain space, crochet a corner accordingly. Same method as the corner of the previous round. For all subsequent corner chain spaces, crochet corners. Crochet a leaf in the 1 chain space. Between the corner and the single leaf, 1 chain space. Please refer to the chart for details. Continue crocheting downward. When reaching the starting corner, pick the chain space and crochet 1 leaf. Next round without color change. Finish using the same ending method as round 1, which is to work 1 chain stitch. Then pick up the top of the beginning chain, and make a half double crochet to join. This completes round 3. Continue to crochet round 4. This round is crocheted in the same way as the previous round. Start by working a special leaf. Then correspondingly work the corner into the chain space at the corner. Crochet a leaf in the 1 chain space, between single leaves, and between leaves and corners, all separated by 1 chain stitch. Please refer to the chart for details. Work this round using the same method until complete. Crochet to the starting corner position. Hook a leaf into the space. The next round will change colors, so finish with 3 chain stitches. Join with a slip stitch to the top of the beginning chain. Pull tight, cut the yarn. Round 4 is completed. Rounds 5 to 6 that follow. The method is similar to the previous 2 rounds. Each corner is worked as a corner. Work a leaf in the position of 1 chain stitch, between leaves and corners. Skip 1 chain stitch. Each round begins with a special leaf. For the ending of round 5, follow the ending method of round 3. For the ending of round 6, follow the ending method of round 4. Please refer to the chart. Combined with the previous demonstration, work these 2 rounds. After completing, cut the yarn and weave in the ends. That's it for the color changing motif 2. Next, we'll explain the solid color motif. The stitch pattern is identical to color changing motif 2, except for the last round. All other rounds end by following the ending method of round 1 of color changing motif 2, which means work 1 chain, and 1 half double crochet to join the beginning and end. On the final round, work 3 chains and 1 slip stitch to join. The stitch techniques and methods have been demonstrated before. Just follow the chart to crochet. That concludes the explanation for solid color motif 2. Using the same method, complete the corresponding number of motif 2 pieces. Once the crocheting of motifs is done, move on to sewing them together. First, place motif 1 and motif 2 in their correct positions according to the layout diagram. Then sew the motifs together. Use the basting method here as well. Each motif starts from the centered chain of the 3 chains at the corner. Pick up the back loop of the stitch from the front motif and insert the hook into the outer strand of the chain. At the back, pick up the half loop near the wrong side of the fabric and the strand of the chain to insert the hook. Continue sewing until reaching the centered stitch of the 3 chains at the opposite corner. Let me demonstrate this method once again. Take 2 small motifs. The style of my motifs here is arbitrary. Then secure the yarn tail on the wrong side of the front motif. Bring the yarn to the corresponding position. And begin sewing. Finally, thread the yarn to the back side and hide it inside the fabric. This is how the small motifs are sewn together. After sewing all the small motifs, place them on the outside of the first edging round. Match up the 4 corner positions. Use stitch markers to secure them in place. If you don't have stitch markers, you can also use yarn tails to secure them, then secure at a relatively centered position on the fabric and between the corners and the center. Roughly evenly space a few more securing points, then follow the method used for sewing motifs together. Pick up half of the stitch from the first edging round and 1 chain stitch, matching half of the stitch and 1 chain stitch from the small motif. Sew using a whip stitch technique. Here, the first edging, including the centered chains at both sides of the corners, is 2 stitches shorter than the part without connected motifs. The first edging always starts from the centered chain position. For the small motif edge, start from the second motif on the inner side. Begin sewing at the stitch next to the motif's chain space. This reduces 1 stitch. Alternatively, at the joining points between small motifs, insert the needle through the chains on both sides of the connecting point and sew them together at once, meaning 2 stitches from the small motifs are joined as one. This also reduces 1 stitch. Adjust according to your actual situation. As long as the fabric lies flat and looks neat after sewing. That concludes the explanation for joining the small motifs. Finally, do the second round of edging. Add any of the 4 corner small motifs. Attach yarn at the corner position on the edge side of a motif. Then pick up stitches from the motif and chain spaces. Follow the chart to crochet the corresponding number of double crochets. The crocheting method is the same for each side, and the stitch count is identical. The method for crocheting into the chain spaces at each corner is also the same. After completing the first round, don't cut the yarn. Continue crocheting the second round. For double crochet positions, pick up stitches and work a double crochet into each stitch correspondingly. At corners, insert the hook into the chain space to crochet. No new stitch techniques or methods are introduced. Just follow the chart directly. Complete the second edging. That concludes the explanation for the second edging.